Are you ready for El Paso's first and longest running high school football show? This is the Borderland Blitz.
Welcome to week 2 of the Borderland Blitz, sponsored by Integrity Kia. I'm Danny Mata.
And I am Luke Liddon. As he just mentioned, it's week 2 of the high school football season, and we have a great show in store for you tonight. So great that we should just jump right ahead into the starting lineup.
All right, our game of the week features Franklin taking on Mayfield in a rematch of last year's 62-55 track meet. The highlights and post are just seconds away.
Plus, could head coach Julio Lopez and the Eastwood Troopers keep the momentum going in top Canutillo? And Del Valle gets tested by Rio Rancho Cleveland. All that and more coming up in the next half hour. So Franklin is back in the spotlight once again after a dramatic ending to last Friday's game of the week, with the Cougars blocking a field goal to seal the game. They now take on a very tough Mayfield team.
Both teams 1-0 on the young season. Mayfield is looking to get to the New Mexico State title game for the third straight season. Franklin and Mayfield, again, it is our game of the week. Again, it's the 62-55 shootout last year. There is Mayfield, and there is Franklin. Both teams 1-0. Emotional moment before the game as Mayfield honors head coach Jim Bradley, who died just a few weeks ago. First half, Franklin down 7. Cougar quarterback Brandon Mueller with a swing pass to Sebastian. Oi! He goes in from 5 yards out. Touchdown, Franklin. We are tied at 7, but Mayfield has the offense rolling. Trojan quarterback Joe Ray Valencia hitting a shrieking Swinson Gavin from 41 yards out. The Trojan leads now 21-7. Then it's Isaac Vance. How good is Isaac Vance? How about too good? 18 yards for the score. Franklin, though, is very tough. They're hanging right in this game from 18 yards out. Michael Faimalo will ramble for the touchdown. It is now 28-14 Mayfield. But still in the second quarter, the Trojans strike through the air. Joe Ray Valencia beats Ethan Alvarado from 18 yards out. Mayfield takes a 35-14 lead at the half, and they go on to win this one in a track meet. The final score from the Field of Dreams, 69-49.
Well, Isaac Vance, Marciano Garone, our offensive line did a heck of a job pushing the ball off. I don't know how many yards we had tonight, 69 points. You don't score that much anytime. Just overall, great team effort. We let them get behind us on defense. Otherwise, I think our defense did pretty well.
Our big boys deserve all the credit, 100%. They did a great job this week preparing. They did a great job today preparing, this morning preparing. Everything we did, they deserve all the credit.
El Dorado 70 points last week, and now Mayfield 69. That's ridiculous.
He has some seriously good offensive efforts.
I love it.
All right, well, every week is going to be a test for 25-year-old Julio Lopez and his Eastwood Troopers.
It sure is, and in his coaching debut, though, he was able to pull out the W against Chapin, but he had an even tougher challenge tonight against the Canutillo Eagles. Let's go to Canutillo, and if you do not have Richie Rodriguez on your fantasy team, then you drafted wrong. First quarter right here, Mark Torres on Eastwood to Rodriguez, wide open, 58 yards. That's a touchdown. They take the 7-0 lead just like that. But in the second quarter, Canutillo strikes back. Joe Gutierrez right here. He is still in big game mode. 32 yards to the dirt. We are tied at 7. This is a good one. But remember that guy, Richie Rodriguez? Well, you should pay attention to this guy because, really, it's unfair. Torres, you know who his favorite wide receiver is. Rodriguez again with a great catch. And they take the lead there. And then, do you sense a theme here? Richie Rodriguez again. Stop it. That's just not fair. A 28-yarder. That's six touchdowns, rather, in just 2 games. Eastwood takes a 19-7 lead at the half, and they take it 33-16, your final score.
Coach Brooks has a great team every single year. They're well coached. They're very sound defensively and offensively. And for us to come out and play as physical as we did and execute the way we did, I couldn't be more happier.
All week we practiced hard. It was a very physical week. Our coaches challenged us, wanting us to be more physical because we weren't physical enough against Chapin, and we knew we were coming up against a tough team.
You know, one thing about Mark Torres, the quarterback, and Richie Rodriguez, those two have been best friends since elementary school, and you can just see their chemistry on the field, and a lot of fun to watch. Del Valle, by the way, is still one of the best teams in District 2 5A, even without star quarterback Steven Montes.
Exactly. Montez now in Colorado, leaving his Conquistadors with the question mark about who will lead the offense after week 1. That didn't seem to be a problem. But they had a bigger task on their hands against Rio Rancho Cleveland. So that Del Valle defense, Let's see if they could withstand the Cleveland offense, if we can get those highlights there for you. And yes, that is a conquistador dancing in a hula skirt. So we begin in the first quarter right here. He doesn't break one, not two, not three, but 4 tackles to get into the end zone, and Del Valle would go ahead and take the 7-6 lead. But Rio Rancho Cleveland, they would make a comeback. Landry Hayes right here takes the handoff, cuts inside, then back outside, gets to the end zone, and they would take the 16-15 lead. This game was back and forth all night long in the first half. And then before the end of the first half, Cleveland again. Ryan Anderson with a sweep handoff. He bounces outside, hardly touched for 6. They take the 24-15 lead over Del Valle, and they win 52-36.
All right, well, let's move right along. We've got another good one over at the SAC. Oñate and Eastlake, both teams looking for their first win of the year. And for Oñate, Tony Herrera tosses to Zach Lowerbach. And he's going to get in for the touchdown. That makes it 10-0 Oñate. But it would be Eastlake who pulls away with this game. Right as soon as we left, Eastlake got going. They win this game 34-18, your final score. All right, let's keep this thing going. Bel Air Highlanders coming off a win last week. We're going to keep it going against Andrus. Eagles looking to bounce back from opening night loss. It did not go well. Right here, how about Jesus Contreras, a 14-yard touchdown pass to Louis Leyva. It's 24-7 Bel Air, and the onslaught continues. Jesus Contreras again. Remember we had a lot of fun with them in the preseason? Right there's that 2-yard touchdown run. It makes it 31-7. They go on to win it 38-7. Bel Air 2-0 with a couple of blowouts.
And now on to America's taking on a very tough Rio Rancho team. With just more than 3 minutes left in the half, Rio Rancho quarterback Steve Bailey fades back and delivers this ball right to the chest of America's Parrish Javon Turner. He's going to take this one all the way back to the house. That's a pick 6. They go up 13-0. But with 1:38 left in the half, it's third down near the 45. Bailey throws the bomb to Josh Foley.
Pass is intercepted.
He misses, but wait, there's actually a flag on the play. Rio Rancho has new life. 16 seconds left. That pick 6 would not actually count. And you fast forward 16 seconds left with the ball inside the 30. That was an illegal block, therefore it did not count. And Americas goes on to win this one 33-14.
All right, Montwood Rams visiting Midland. There is Midland, and that right there is Montwood. They're fired up in their own little way. How about this play? Giorgio Cisneros to Alex Cepeda to Andrew Perez, all alone in the end zone. The Rams must want punch and pie. Midland's Brady Bolger can't find anyone. He gets sacked and loses the ball. Joshua Ortega recovers, and the Rams are back on the move. Running back Brandon Gomez right up the middle for the touchdown. It's 14-0 Rams, and they're now 2-0 on the season. They win this one 28-14, your final score. As we have said before, and we'll continue to say every week, this show is nothing without you, the fans.
That is exactly right. We get to connect with you through social media, from Twitter to Facebook to Instagram, you name it. And who better than Adrian Medina to catch us up on what he has been following on the web. Adrian?
Hey, guys. It's been a great night tonight. Everyone's been sharing. Hashtag Borderland Blitz has worked. I've got so many entries, you guys can't imagine it. What I want you guys to do right now is go on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. We posted the link to go ahead and enter to win one of 4 Peter Piper pizza that we will be giving away later on in the show. Do it now.
All right, Adrian, thank you. One of these days, we're going to get our hands on that pizza somehow, some way. But everyone watching, don't go anywhere. We still got a lot coming your way.
Including our third member of the Blitz crew, Adrian Ochoa. He will have a look at the Midland Lee and Coronado game. And no, we did not forget about it. The War of the Week, it's all coming up after the break on the Borderland Blitz.
Hi, we're the Drumline, and we're dropping some beats for the Blitz. Woo!
Gotta love it.
That's
Welcome
impressive.
back to the Borderland Blitz, sponsored by Integrity Kia alongside Luke Liddon. I'm Danny Mata. We still have a bunch of games to get to, so let's not wait any longer.
We could not do this show without him. The third member of our team, Adrian Ochoa, is standing by. Adrian, it's already week 2. Can you believe it?
I know. It seems like just yesterday we were covering Cañotillo in the Final Four of the state playoffs, but you're right. Week 2 of the season is here, and what I like about the first couple of weeks is all the matchups we get to see before district play begins, especially the ones that feature teams from Midland. I was at Coronado Stadium tonight for Coronado's home opener against the Midland Lee Rebels. Midland Lee has a storied history, several district titles, and 3 state championships. Now, normally, Midland teams come in and hammer El Paso teams, but the tide is kind of turning, as Mountwood showed us earlier. So could Coronado do the same? The Thunderbirds looking to make it 2-0. Midland Lee coming off a loss last week, so their goal coming in was to get that first win, and early on, it was all about defense. Midland Lee, handoff to Tony Jones, and the ball pops out. It's a scramble for the ball, and Coronado gets on top of it. Coronado in business, but then they take a risk here. 4th and 1. Some miscommunication, and quarterback Jesus Rodriguez gets stuffed. Turnover on downs, and the Rebels would make them pay. From the 1, the snap directly to Tony Jones, and he takes it in untouched, making up for that fumble he had earlier. Rebels up 6-0 because a field goal was blocked, but Coronado would strike back. Handoff to Jonathan Millan. Run, Jonathan, run! Busting through the defenders, he takes it in. T-Birds go up 7-6. Midland Lee coaches here rallying up the troops, and it would work, because on their next drive, quarterback Nico Sorinello, the pass to Tay Brett, wide open, and the Rebels would regain the lead, and they would never look back. Midland Lee tops the Coronado Thunderbirds 46-28, the final. It's a tough loss for the Thunderbirds, but it doesn't get any easier. Next week, they host Del Valle, so that's going to be a major matchup to watch out. Can't wait for that. And you know what else, guys, I can't wait for? The War of the Week.
Yes.
Something's missing. I sensed something was missing, so I hope you got that worked out.
Yeah, I kind of got the sense that maybe something was missing, but thank you, Adrian. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to take a break from the action on the field and go to the battle on the sidelines.
That's my favorite part. I think you all know what time it is. One of, if not the most entertaining part of the show. It is the War of the Week. Britt, take it away.
Hey guys, I'm Brittany Carlock, and we're taking a break from the highlights for just a little bit to get down to some of the action right here on the sideline with the cheerleaders. It is time for the War of the Week, and this week we have the El Paso High Tigers and the Parkland Matadors. All right, it's going to be on the count of 3. Tigers, are you ready? Matadors, are you ready? 1, 2, 3, go! Looks like El Paso is going to take it. Parkland, come on! El Paso has just 2 goals. And the Tigers take it for this week. Back to you guys at the studio.
Man, that segment gets me every time. You know, maybe we should do a Borderland Blitz War of the Week. And a little spice it up a little bit.
I don't know about that, but I'll tell you, I do have a lot of fun watching it. I'll tell you one thing, those girls from El Paso High. They wasted no time.
They did not.
All right, back to the gridiron. El Dorado battling it out with Friendship, and could the Aztecs keep their insane pace going on offense? They put up 70 points on a very good East Lake team last week in just 3 quarters. They had it going on early again. Austin Hill after finding Torian Jordan. El Dorado came back. Ronald a watch for the touchdown. But back and forth we go. Look at this catch by Nathaniel Whitaker. It's like they want to just live on the play of the week list. That's an amazing catch. Then later, Austin Hill finds Christian Covington. He's the kid that made the backflip catch in the preseason. What a game between these two, but in the end, it is Friendship knocking off El Dorado 42-38.
And now on to Jefferson facing Riverside. The Rangers looking to jump 2-0 on the season, while Jefferson's still searching for that first win. We begin in the 3rd quarter right here. Amato will hit wide open for the touchdown. They go up 34-13. Riverside wins this one easily, 34-7 actually.
All right, well, Fabens visiting Chaparral. Both teams looking for the first win of the season. All right, and on 4th down in punt formation, a bad snap. As you're going to see right here, punter Andres Pizarro gets trapped inside the Lobo 10-yard line. Fabens is in business. So now it's 2nd down and goal. And we're going to get, if you can believe it, another bad snap.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, but quarterback David Garcia catches it, and he's going to get it inside the 1. Good heads-up play by the young man. And he'll score on the next play. Next possession, Brian Lopez connects with Francisco Castillo on a 49-yard touchdown pass, and just like that, we are tied at 7. Next possession. I know this whole bad snap thing, it seems to be becoming a theme. It really is a theme, because watch this. Another bad snap. Garcia is going to pick it up and try to make something happen. Instead, he gets picked up by Sal Diaz. He gets the pick and scores. That makes it 14-7, and our final score is Chaparral knocks off Fabens 28-9.
And now the Horizon Scorpions battling out with the Chapin Huskies, and these two teams are also looking for their first win. Right here, Angel Soto will get the grab in the back of the end zone. They take the 14-0 lead, and then we fast forward later in the first quarter. Gilbert Ariano with the grab. That makes it 21-0. And again, it's a theme. Chapin dominated all evening long. Brandon Bullitt will receive the handoff, and he will make it into the end zone. They take the 28-0 lead, and Chapin goes on to win 49-12 in dominant fashion.
All right, Bowie hosting Silver City. Bowie coming off a shutout win over Fabens. Hey, there's the Bear. First quarter, Bowie punting. Sean Gutierrez on the return. He's a linebacker, but he doesn't really look like it. This is going to be a 50-yard return. Woo! He's going to run this ball all the way back to the 20-yard line. And that would set up this. It's Chad Fowler looking for Jeremiah Burke. Touchdown, 6-0 Silver, but Bowie's defense really kept them in this game. You're going to see here in a minute this linebacker Josh Hidalgo with a great interception. That got the momentum turned in Bowie's favor. They scored 26 straight points, and they win it 26-6, your final score.
And now Socorro taking on Hanks and the Bulldogs with title number wins last season with a win tonight. Could they do it? We begin the first quarter. Socorro's Jason Lopez with the beautiful 16-yarder to Matthew Chavez for the touchdown. They take the 7-0 lead. And then the ensuing drive, Hanks moving, but quarterback Nick Reyes is hit right here, blindsided, fumbles the ball, recovered by the Bulldogs, and now they're in business at the Socorro 30-yard line. Ivan Lada right here is going to get the handoff. He takes it from 9 yards out with the spin move, barrels his way into the end zone. They take the 13-0 lead, and Socorro goes on and wins it 21-6.
We are not done yet. We got plenty more coming up on the Borderland Blitz. Stay with us. Welcome back to the Borderland Blitz, sponsored by Integrity Kia. I'm Danny Mata.
And I'm Luke Litt, and we've still got plenty more in our second edition of the Borderland Blitz.
Clint looking to go to 2-0 to start the season, so let's go to Austin High School. Our Austin, not the other one. Austin Panthers coming off a tough shutout win last week, and right here, Jesus Almanza, the quarterback with the keeper. Clint runs all over Austin, 38-0, your final score.
And the Ysleta Indians hosting the San Eli Eagles. Indians got a tough win last week, but they make it 2 straight. We begin in the third quarter. Number 81, Isaac Escarcega at the starting kickoff for the second half. And you don't see this every day. He runs it back 90 full yards. barely touched. That's a beautiful play to watch. They take the 46-0 lead. Yes, 46-0. And that wasn't all they were going to do here. Right here, quarterback Damian Solis passes to Michael Cruz, who runs the ball into the end zone. They take the 53-0 lead, and they win 53-0. That's your final.
All right, let's move on to Burgess and Santa Teresa. And this was a heck of a game for Burgess. In the fourth quarter, it's already 38-7. Mustangs running back Victor Rodriguez right here with a nice run. And that is going to get them set up for this. The cheerleaders are already loving it. A few plays later, it's Odell Graham. He's going to score from 1 yard out. Burgess wins it 45-7, your final score.
And we also have Tornillo making the trip down I-10 to take on Cathedral. This game was played at Burgess High. Cathedral coming off a close loss to Española Valley last week. And this week, it was very different as they beat Tornillo 57-0.
While Van Horn, meanwhile, took care of business last week, but this time they dropped to Alpine, nearly doubled up, 55-28, your final score.
And Alamogordo taking on Los Lunas, and they win in dominant fashion, 46-7.
And the Hatch Valley Bears had a non-conference game in Ruidoso. They take care of business, 48-14, your final score. Let's go back to last night's games. El Paso hosting Parkland right there. That pass picked off by Mike Hayes. A great return for Hayes, and that is going to set up this. Jacob Mendez had over 150 yards rushing. This is a 38-yard touchdown run. That breaks open a 2-point game. Parkland is 2-0. They win it 22-13.
And the Irvin Rockets hosting the Mountain View Lobos, and it was all Mountain View all day long. Here, Pierre Robles will hit Eddie Robles, who, watch this, avoids not one, but 2 tackles, stays in bounds along the sidelines, gets into the end zone. That's the 7-0 lead right there. And then early second quarter, Pierre Robles is going to do it himself this time. The quarterback keeper, 1 yard out. They go up 14-0 on the Rockets, and Mountain View goes on to win this one, 21-14.
Back over to Las Cruces, Centennial hosting Gaston at the Field of Dreams. Second quarter, it's already 14-0. Keith Jasso strolls into the end zone right here, untouched, makes it 21-0 Hawks, and Centennial rolls 55-6.
And do not forget, tomorrow afternoon, La Cueva is visiting Las Cruces. The Bulldogs coming off a controversial loss to Montwood last week as the game was called more than a quarter early due to lightning. We will have highlights of that game tomorrow at 5 p.m.
And when we come back, we've still got the play of the week before we wrap things up. Stay with us on the Blitz.
Welcome back to the Borderland Blitz, sponsored by Integrity Kia.
Let's check in with our social media director, Adrian Medina. He has the winner of tonight's giveaways. Adrian.
Hey guys, got so many pictures. I just want to show you quite a few of them here. We got some pictures from Manny Jimenez of Socorro down there. Bel Air Cheer sent us some pictures from there as well. Bel Air Argus sent us some pictures as well. Laura Melendez over at Centennial. Great shots tonight. When you guys can, send us some shots of the scoreboard like we got right there. We got some great scores from Bel Air as well as Mayfield. I mean, great night for you guys. Gave me so much. The one I want to give a great shout out to is the East Lake High School Athletic Training Twitter account. They gave me so many pictures, it's not even funny. This is what I want you guys to do. I want you guys to hashtag Borderland Blitz as much as you can. Mention us on Twitter as well. All right, so tonight's winners are, I have Amanda Emir from 79938, Yvette Lopez 79853, Crystal Day 79934, and Ernestina Castillo from 79915. Congratulations, guys. You guys won Peter Piper Pizza. We'll be calling you on Monday, or Tuesday, actually, for details.
Right on. Congratulations. That's exciting.
Sounds good.
Can't go wrong
Everyone
with
likes
pizza.
that Peter Piper Pizza.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a look at the scores from week 2. All right, well, Mayfield knocks out Franklin 69-49. Eastwood all over Canutillo 33-16. Midland Lee over Coronado 46-28. And Socorro over Hanks 21-6.
And moving along, we have Bel Air knocking off Andress 38-7. Rio Rancho Cleveland defeating Del Valle 52-36. East Lake over Oñate 34-18. And Chapin in dominant fashion over Horizon 49-12.
Moving right along, Clint's all over Austin 38-zip. Riverside over Jefferson 34-13. East led up blank San Elizario 53-zip. Bowie all over Silver City 26-6.
And we have Burgess over Santa Teresa 48-7. Chaparral over Fabens 28-9. America is defeating Rio Rancho 33-14. And Montwood pulling out over Midland 28-14.
And again, moving on, Friendship over El Dorado 42-38. Yesterday's scores, Parkland over El Paso 22-13. Mountain View over Urban 21-14. And Centennial all over Gaston 55-6.
And look at that, Cathedral 57-0 over Tornillo. Alpine over Van Horn 55-28. And Alamogordo beating Los Lunas 46-7. And I think it is that time. It is time for our play of the week from week 1. Remember, we do this from a week behind.
Yeah, exactly. And this is what we're looking at for play of the week. Let's take a look at it. It's El Dorado's George Hernandez hooking up with Tyquez Hampton on this trick play for a 55-yard touchdown pass. They helped El Dorado score 70 points on East Lake in just 3 quarters. And earlier this week, we kept our promise. They earned the punch and the pie. Congratulations to you two, George Hernandez and Tyquez Hampton. You have the Borderland Blitz game of the play of the night. So real quick, as we're running out of time here, your most impressive team of the night.
Oh, you put me on the spot. Eastwood, that was a big win. Remember, we kind of predicted, we said it might go either way, but that's impressive. 2-0 for Julio Lopez. I like that. I take Eastwood.
Richie Rodriguez was looking pretty good. And of course, Eastwood plays Bel Air, a good rivalry game next week. I still think, I said this last week, Montwood, again.
Yes.
They lost Cruces and Midland in 2 weeks, or 2-0. This is a very different Montwood team. Guys, that's all of the time we have for. But again, you can find this on our website, KVIA.com. We'll see you next week on week 3 of the Borderland Blitz, sponsored by Integrity Kia. Good night.
See you then.